If you have a leadership development plan actively engaged and in place, you'll be able to, this succession planning will be easier. You're more likely to have that CEO come from within, that new CEO and other senior leaders. Then there's also, the CEO should be creating a credit union transformation plan. What in the world is that? A credit union transformation, everybody knows that we're competing, the financial services industry is competing at light speed. Things are changing so fast right now. So how am I going to transform my credit union with the help of the board into what it needs to be? So that's back to the 8 pillars of strategic alignment and the strategy portion of it. How do I transform my credit union, modernize it, technology, meet new member expectations or increased level of expectations? What's my plan for the credit union of 2025 as the Filene research talked about? I think it was released maybe last summer. How am I going to transform it? And then when I talk to CEOs, this is often an aha for them. They say, you mean I have blind spots? I didn't think about blind spots. Well, everybody has blind spots, right? If I come from a financial background, I might have a blind spot on operations. If I come from an operations background or a lending background, I might have a blind spot with respect to marketing. So how can you help your CEO identify and remediate those blind spots? Your CEO needs your help. And first of all, in acknowledging that he or she does have blind spots. And second of all, how do we give them the support that they need? And then I talk to CEOs about, what do you want your legacy to be? After you've retired, what do you want your former employees and board members to say about you? And this is a question you can be asking your CEO. And that's part of their development plan. What do you want folks to be saying about you after your 5, 10, 15 years past retirement? I like this quote by Rodney Shomar. He's from Little Rock, Arkansas. And he is a CEO there. You've got to be learning and developing yourself all the time. This is a CEO saying that. You have to put yourself in situations that make you uncomfortable and nervous. Lead by example. So a question to you is, are you challenging your CEO and his or her executive team to put themselves in spots that are uncomfortable, that aren't just the same old, that are pushing the boundaries of innovation, for example, and the new demands of members? Now this is a little bit of an ugly slide, but it is the journey of one CEO. Tony Boudet, whom I referenced before, gave this to me. And this is a picture of his development as a CEO, starting in the year 2000 all the way up through 2013, going through 4 distinct phases. Initially, he was a do CEO. He's doing everything. And then as he matured as a CEO, he started letting go of things. Well, now I'm just making the most important decisions. Well, at this phase now, I am delegating. We've restructured, and now I'm letting my executive team make those decisions. And now I'm more in the people development business. So, and now at stage 4, I'm working more collaboratively with my board. I've learned how to do that, right? So it'd be interesting, wouldn't it, if you were to have your CEO chronicle his or her journey as CEO and see if they can identify distinct phases, and ask them, are you a do-it-all CEO, a doer? Or have you learned to let go? Are you learning to develop people? Are you learning to create some of the leadership systems that we've talked about today? Now, at Tony's stage, it's gotten a little bit complicated, because now not only is he split a third of his time in the credit union, a third of his time with CUNA and in other industry organizations, and then a third of his time in leadership roles within the Austin community. And so as volunteers, you say, well, how do I measure that? How do I evaluate that performance? That's what his board is grappling with right now. As the CEO becomes more dynamic and develops leaders, and the credit union grows, how do I continue to evaluate that CEO's performance? Because what I'm evaluating him on today might be really history, ancient history in terms of what he or she is doing now.